Hi everybody, and I'm back with the final reveal of my Halloween group build this year, hosted by Russ at Russel Model Cars. It's the AMT Ghostbusters Ecto-1A. Okay, at this point I've airbrushed some Aztec red, opaque red, on the side of the body of the car. I've already got the fins done in the same color. So once that's set, I'm going to attach the fins. I'll have to scrape off some glue points, I guess, and attach those. I've got the grille and the rear bumper ready to go, all detailed up, and the windshield. I'm deciding whether I need to tint it or not, and so still quite a bit to do. Okay, well, I'm back with the final product here on the AMT Ghostbusters Ecto-1A. It all went together quite well, a lot of little finicky pieces, but the only problem I had was the antenna. The plastic chrome piece was quite a bit thicker than I wanted it, and when I tried to put it on, it snapped. So I cut it off at just above the spring and found a thin piece of real wire, drilled out the top there and super glued it in, bent it and super glued it in place, so it's a real wire there. I put a little bit of Tamiya smoke airbrushed on the back windows around the sides here, just to try and tint it a little bit. And the first one I did before the Polar Light Snap Kit made it quite a bit darker, you couldn't see inside. This one has a little more detail inside, so I didn't want it too dark, just kind of almost fogged the windows a little bit. Came out quite well. It rolls, of course, you have to be very careful, it rolls very easily. And I did a little bit of weathering underneath, just on the mufflers and the exhaust system and springs a bit, just to show it's been around the block a few times. Not too much else I can think of. We got all the decals on. I did spray, airbrush the red stripes on here. I noticed with the decals they give you the red decal for the fin, but it's only for one side, I believe, so the other side would have been white. So I just preferred that. And I noticed on some screen captures from the movie that I have on YouTube that this back step was painted red. So I've done that, and the license plate, they show in the instructions in the center, but on the real car it's offset, so I placed it there. The other thing I found, I have 4 decals of the Ghostbusters logo. Only one had the black ring on the inside, which it's supposed to have. The other 3 didn't have that. So, and I have a second kit as well, and I noticed that was missing on that as well. Some of the other people on YouTube who have built this, I've seen that they've had that, but for some reason these kits were missing that that black insert there on the circle. Otherwise, they may not have noticed that if I hadn't pointed it out. Looks good. There's the one that does have it there on the hood. I used Molotow chrome marker. I just taped on the fenders here and did the striping and around the windows with the Molotow chrome. All the lights were done with Sharpie markers. And so that's it. So for my Halloween group build this year, the AMT Ecto-1A. Ghostbusters car. Thanks for putting that on, the group build again this year, and stay tuned for, I've got a surprise build coming up next I think everybody will enjoy, and I hope to have the video up soon. Stay tuned for a few pics, and we'll see you next time.